Yeah, and like also how do you take a inspiration and sorry 1 second. How do you take how do you try and look at another game that is a really good source for the genre you're making and figure out how they're doing what they're doing and figuring out how to replicate that and also to also like understand why they do it that way because then because like I'm sure that like when Mario Kart was doing all this stuff they over time cause, like I was looking through like the wiki and like they've slightly changed how drifting works throughout the years. So it's obviously been something that they've been testing, and like they didn't solve, what drifting is 10 years ago. They've been iterating on it, and so it's always good to figure out why they're doing it a certain way. Yeah, here I'm going to use this. Oh, right, it's B for forward. And then if I go, that's too much for a neutral drift. Figure out why it's making me turn so hard. Okay, I have the stream open so I can check how it doobie doo. All right. By what? Yes. The current state of drifting stuff should be what you have access to. Mm-hmm. No, we're only programming channel now. I was actually just a voice inside Daniel's head this whole time. Yep. So right now, what I'm trying to do is a couple different factors. So first things first is you're trying to replicate how Mario Kart does their drifting, and a big part of that is having it so that there's those different types of drift where you can do like a strong one, a neutral one, and so the idea really is that like we want like kind of this effect, right? Where you see that purple arrow. That purple arrow is meant to be where you're actually moving, because that's actually where the vehicle's like trying to actually move towards. While this stuff, the red one, is where your cart's actually facing, and therefore your engine is pushing. So that's how I'm doing a circle right now, even though I'm moving really hard to the left. Um, the problem right now is that I am not pressing any steering input right now, which should put me into a neutral drift, especially if I... Oh, actually, that it kind of is doing neutral now. Okay. um, yeah, this is actually where part of the hard part is, Daniel, is figuring out when does when is the drift direction committed? Because if you try to do a drift and then immediately do a neutral drift, it might right now calculate you as doing a left drift instead. So if I'm trying to do a right drift and I want to do left, it's possible that the timing right now that like okay right drift and then I try to do a left drift and then it gets confused. But like right now, yeah. So this is like a neutral drift actually, so it is kind of going straight. Oh. Yeah, it really helps with visualizing it, and also these lines in the ground are also nice. But like, yeah. So if I want to, because our goal with the neutral drift, right, is to be able to go straight towards where you were looking initially when you were doing the drift, right? I'm trying to go straight here, and then I go like that. So I'm kind of going straight, even though I did the neutral drift slightly late. But yeah, and so that angle though might be too big that it's allowing. Um, I wonder. Yeah, so that's really what we're just trying to do is get the drifting to feel like one a useful tool to like slide sideways. Left drift is not working right now. Okay. Um. Yeah. So I just need to. Where was... Oh, yeah. Oh. The reason why I'm testing with also, like, this model instead of one of the characters is due to, it's just easier when there's, like, less to see. But if I bring Malakoi... I need to rotate his mesh, I think. Yeah, or he was getting sideways. Am I doing something rude in... I'm not changing what is getting updated, right? Attach. Oh, you don't see them? Oh, you might have to like tell them to be visible in game. So if you pop out real quick, and my camera that way. Oh, I see. Okay. So if you go up to game character, so like the character folder. Yeah. So click on Hero Cart. And oh, it's those AK audio events are what are complaining. But you see, on the left-hand side in the component list, there is vehicle direction. It has a little arrow. Click that, and then see on the right-hand side where it says hidden in-game. Uncheck that. And then just make it writable. And then scroll down a little bit in the component list, and then you'll find the other arrow. There you go. You are ready to go. Oh, it might be it might be preventing the blueprint from actually fully compiling. Okay. So just like delete those AK references on your end. Yeah, so like if you open the Hero Cart, the stuff that is in red, so you see like in the bottom side there's that compiler result list. So click on just any of them and it'll take you to them. Yeah. Just click on the underline part. Yeah. Okay, just delete that. Or actually, no, sorry, don't delete it, just delete the functions on the right-hand side of it. Yeah, those two. And then... It's actually annoying that the AK is doing that. You don't happen to have a spare copy of the, Wise, plugin, do you? Okay. And you've already, have you deleted the Chaos Cart Lyra thing? Actually, wait, never mind. That doesn't have the Wise either. I can try pushing the Wise. It's just like a really massive, like, thingy. It might be better to install from your end. No, like, as it takes forever to push because it has, like, I don't know how to set Wise correctly to not put every platform in. And so the Wise plugin, like, folder ends up taking, like 10 gigs or more. So... Yeah. Yeah, and that's preventing us from being able to test it. So here, I'm going to quickly go through and just disconnect Wise from a lot of stuff until we can figure out on a larger scale how to handle it. Try to detour from drift stuff, but oh, and then Bucky. Yeah. Then if I can AK. Now that should mean I can go into the hero cart and just get rid of those references. Applies events. Yeah, I don't know how a wise really works. It's like we have like these banks and like stuff, but let's see if anyone's referencing it currently. A lot. Okay. It's because since you don't have a wise locally on your end, that's what's happening. So if you're able, do you have a wise launcher? Have you ever installed the wise on your computer? Okay. So. Login stuff. I hate having to like remember all the passwords for all the various softwares. There you go. Here we go. One more. If you're gonna get installed locally, I'm just gonna I won't worry about it. I also need to, before I forget, camera. Mallet boy, why are you upset? apparently the debugger really wanted me to know that the code went through this. No. Just to avoid any update stuff, because I remember Michael saying that dealing with UI's updates is like a pain in the butt. So this is the version that you want. 1.8. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it probably doesn't matter. I think that big of a difference won't matter, and then we just won't push these things, just because again, it's so massive. Unless there's a way to figure out how to like limit the number of platforms it tries to have. It has like 5 versions of a bunch of data files, or like 5 different versions of Windows configurations. Oh, there we go. No. Here, let me push. Then you should. Then any of those issues should be gone. Yeah, you removed a lot of the stuff. Strong. I mean, we can weaken it. We can weaken it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. So right now the air torque control is 15 compared to the 24 of the normal steering. That actually, what does that do? Mana boy, come up here. So says it should it should like the BPs and such should all like compile correctly. Oh, it's gonna complain about that animation. see how the turbo... Okay, that's a problem. Right now, like in Mario Kart, you normally have the ability that when you drift, there's like those sparks that like increase in like brightness and stuff over time, and that dictates how you boost. Right now, it seems like those are just not being built up at all. So let me see if it's something as simple as me forgetting to set some values.
Dang, these guys are tough.
Awesome. Oh, did you even have like the AK audio sounds? Like when you swing the hammer, do you hear something? Okay. But no, like when you spin the fire, is there like a sound? Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, it might just be twitchy about.
Dang, these guys are tough.
Yeah, the left drift is not working for some reason. Yeah, there's like a clamping issue, I think. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. And ideally, we have like eventually some kind of like animation or indication. Like they, at least in Mario Kart 8, you can see your character trying to lean into it, but it's just not working. I think that's like purely animation, just to that way you know something is happening when you're inputting. Yeah, if you want to have an easier time seeing some of the visuals, you can just do set character and then just say cart, and that'll just change you into like the little cart guy. Also, okay. Yeah, and also if you see on my screen, and for anyone watching, you can see. Let me make this bigger. So, I have our debug information on right now for the suspension primarily. And if what you can see is that there's those little cylinders that are like debug lines. What these things are what's going on during the physics simulation, but there's a desync right between the physics simulation and the game thread, and so that distance is showing us what that actually looks like, and so yeah, as long as that delta doesn't get too big, we're good. Especially once network stuff starts coming to play. Yeah, that does feel really nice. And, wait a second. So I wonder if I need to make, so if you notice in here the see the ghost wheels. So those are not rotating it in response to cart stuff rotating. So I wonder how I should manage that, because what I'm doing right now, right, is that there's similar to how in Mario Kart, right, there's where your cart is your actual forward, and then there's like the animation where like your guy's looking. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now. Because like for example, how much do I need? Vehicles. This versus. Anyway. So I probably should figure out how to make the wheels match, because otherwise it's like, yeah, if I run into here. Oh, it actually did hit. Okay. Huh.
Yeah! Yeah!
Where was I? I forgot. Okay. Oh, if you want to do it in the hero cart file, just because that one will propagate to all the characters right now. And if you go down to the both air navigate, there's a spot called air navigation, which is like how like you land or whatever. That's predictive landing, and then in the steering category is where the air torque and whatever acceleration stuff is. What does that do? Car's turning too much. But yeah, for drifting left. Here, I'm gonna double check this works. Okay, cool. After that, I pushed this before you last compiled, but you should be able to just do av.lock camera to cart, and that will just keep the camera right behind your cart. And then I probably should turn off the camera lag, because that's why there's like some like that delay. So actually, let's first fix that clamping issue. Figure out where it's coming from. So I drift input. Right now, if your drift direction is okay. New hop. Bring input. Good. Input's -1. I'm remapping -1 to 1 to 0 to 1. Sure, that's not necessarily doing what I want. That's still giving me the steering axis I would like. But let's different value. 1, -1 to 1.
Dang, these guys are tough.
Wait. Huh. I drifted left. The vehicle's doing the correct thing. Do you see that? Yeah. The vehicle was doing the correct thing, but the cart wasn't. In fact, the cart always wants to drift left. I mean, right. Like, visually. Yeah, so, like, that's where your momentum is. So... It's like... Yeah, I am able to go kind of straight. It's just like the visuals are not lining up with that. Okay. Actually might be completely in here. Update animations. So I might have done something wrong in here. Let's see. If my drift direction...
Yeah!
Oh, I go... Boop.
Yeah!
Drift angle, delta time,
Yeah!
speed.
Yeah!
I'm currently on this. My drift direction is left. My control value is 2. These need to be negative. So that's what's making... Okay. So... Where did I put that variable? Maybe organize my variables, but there's just so many. One. So short-term solution is make that negative and make this negative. Simulate wheel movements. That right now. Open Mario Kart real quick to test something. Make sure the sound is off. You can weaken it. So here, open the B hero card blueprint.
Yeah!
And yeah. So make sure you stop the gameplay. Yeah. And then scroll down the component list. So you see the thing that says cart movement? It's the very bottom. That one. So click that. So that's where you're gonna find almost every single setting things. So scroll down the right hand side and you'll see the different categories that you can change. So no, that's actually for the ground stuff. So here, shrink this category. So just press the little arrow to make this category get small. You can do that to engine too, and then steering, you'll see the settings. So see air torque acceleration. So try lowering that, for example. I mean, if you want, you might want to just try more extreme values, just to like see if it is going in the direction that you're wanting. Uh, yeah, just because it's but that's fine. Just say make rival. I see.
Dang, these guys are tough. Dang, these guys are tough. Dang, these guys are tough. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Oops. Well, let me go off a ramp. I'm pretty sure you are on like when you're in the air with like the glider things, you're able to. I think outside of gliders, I'm gonna go over a ramp. No, go up the ramp.
Yeah! Yeah!
I'm going forward now on this. I think you have like a very small amount, and it's like doesn't have fast acceleration to it. If I go off this, yeah, you have like very incredibly weak, and then when you have the glider open, they increase it. So there's probably they probably have like an air handling, which is like essentially what that torque value is, the air torque. And so it's probably like whenever they have you like put up the glider, they increase your like air handling. And that also makes me think that the hop, like you say the hop is to get you out of bad terrain, right? Do you know an example of like a thing that you actually physically hop out of, or is it just like you hop off of, if that makes sense? Yeah, but do you ever like hop on to something else, or is there never like that kind of like vertical thing? Is what I'm asking. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then I think potentially because like I'm noticing that with one thing that makes the drifting feel really nice is that when you're doing an input while in the air, like whenever you hop and are doing a direction, and you're in the air, it's like I'm trying to wiggle it, and I can see that it's like allowing me to try and change the steering for that. Um, and so I wonder if it really is just a if it's not even jump, if you're not they're not even having you technically jump, it's just like purely aesthetic only, and then also like it's a flag of I'm off the ground. That makes sense. Um, I already have a flag that says nearly on ground, so that might. Yeah, because like from what I'm seeing, it's like if I'm doing, yeah, I think it like, cause you know how on this drift it like rotates your character to the like drifting direction thing. That's when you make the camera stay where your momentum is going, but not where the character's facing. That's probably what's making it a bit hard to visually see what's going on too. Are you noticing that? So the camera is not going where your momentum is going. It's following the character, right? And so that means it's hard to tell that your character is drifting because to your perspective, they're like the correct direction.
Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I meant by I need to make the camera not follow the character's like cart moving. Um, mhm, mhm. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah! Yeah!
mhm. I tried using it yesterday actually. I wasn't able to make too good of a cart, but I do like how it has stuff about like how to set the ends and sides and like changing the section the sections. I I wonder if it'd be beneficial for me to try and like make that thing's code run in C++ instead of
Yeah!
blueprints because it makes the file like that blueprint's like very chunky, which means it makes the map take a long time to load. Um, so and that's why like the using the tool might be laggy. But yeah, yeah. So it should just be in here, just in the root content folder. Yeah, and I don't remember exactly where I put like those grid materials that you see on the ground right now, but you can probably just find them just by pressing like the little search button. Yeah, and I'll make sure not to push the map. So One moment, I need to open blinds for my cat. He wants to look outside. Turn this off for just 2 seconds. Here we go, Mia. Click on the ground. And oh, why is it so hard to find? Okay, it should just be in like content art, I think. Yeah. The ones that are in the Laravel, I didn't move over just because yes, these are here. If you click on the landscape, and then on the right hand side, scroll and try and find the material that it has. Try searching material in the search bar. Scroll up. There you go. Press the little search button. It's the folder with the eyeglass. If you click that, that'll bring you to the folder in which it's in. Okay, so it's art, track, pieces, materials. Yeah, you can just make a duplicate one, just make it any color you want. Generally, let's try calling material instances MI and then whatever they're called. Yeah. Cool, we have a little watermelon. Mario Kart, teach me your ways.
Dang, these guys are tough.
I'm curious. Do you think that I should maybe also just try it, but I almost wonder if whenever you're
Yeah!
like steering in a drift, I wonder if it's actually if all it's doing is just rotating the like where the cart is facing, and it's not actually applying any steering, if that makes sense. Um, because it's where because like you know how right now we just like drive perpetually in a circle, and you know you just like turn a circle thingy. Um, while I think that um the drift might actually not be applying like a turning torque to you at all. Because after all, I know that Mario Kart does not use normal wheel physics, which or like realistic real physics, which is like each wheel has a push or something. And I think for their normal like turning of the vehicle, there's like applying a slight torque while you're which is like the rotation force to the central body. But I think that it might be that
Dang,
when
these guys are
Yeah!
tough.
you're drifting, it's not applying that torque anymore because like um if your engine's essentially pushing you that way, and your steering now is more steering where the engine is going rather than applying that torque. I'm gonna try that. Just see what happens. I overthink it. It's like, no, just press compile and just test it and see. So I'm right. Yeah, I'm right now having it just like Oh, oops. So um. Hello. Did I? I did that helped with some of the stuff is um the some of the logic like of when you like start a boost, for example. Right, that's what I need to figure out. Why is there no why is there no mini turbo buildup? That's what. Yeah, cause like I hooked it up and I was like, wait, why am I not building up any mini turbos? What's going on here? Receive simulation update. Receive. Not spelled today. Receive sim. Good. Oh. And the clamping issue, I think, should be fixed. Oh. Um. Oh. do have to modify the base input of the rest of the system. Come on, game. Thank you. Sorry for the people watching. Sorry. Sorry for people watching. It's not the most exciting. I figure out the little things. Yeah, I'm excited to see the road. It's fun to drive around on that. That's one thing I need to do, which is land. I have food. There. Also want to, no matter what. Let's just say FB drifting already. Let's just return. Yeah. Kitty cat is a screamer. He is so vocal, it's really fun. Here, Mia. Come say hi. We're getting actually a new cat tree. It's an early Christmas present for them. There's a like a big Amazon sale, so like we're gonna find a cat tree for probably a while. And so yeah, so it's gonna be placed right there, basically. We'll have a big cat entertainment. So if I'm drifting already, if this is not happy today. Oh, why? Okay. If drifting direction is equal to a simplified direction, we don't have a direction yet. So steering. Of steering axis is greater, well, let's just say it's less than 0.1. That means we don't have an input. We just return. So we say already false. So yeah, return. We have no directional input, which now means okay, drift direction is equal to current steering axis is greater than 0, question mark, e simplified is to the right, e simplified to the left. our direction now. Now, say B equals true. We go B drift food. Yes. And we go to apply drift input. Do a similar thing of if current steering
Tough.
this. So I think this is actually what's causing the right drift to always take precedence. Was that when there was not an input, since it was just doing, oh, is it greater than 0? If true, do this. If false, do this. And since if it was like 0, I think it just went with the true option. So I should have another push for you in just a second. String axis is greater than 0.1f. Sorry. Better. Equal to not E simplified idle. Yeah, come here.
Yeah.
He's such a vocal cat. Oh no! He slipped through the floor. Hey, does this track have like a thickness, or is it like super? Is it like paper thin?
Dang, these guys are tough.
Okay. All drift direction, yes. Pull out becomes that.
Yeah.
Mac.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we might need to make it have a bit more friction so that you eventually slow down. Sure. Yeah, I guess like the cart, like I mean, like the track designs don't necessarily let you, though. I think is the key. Using the lost spots, right? So it's using steering input for this. Yeah, let's not. That's steering. Why is my brain blinking? Oh, that's what. Wait, yeah, I don't want the steering force though. Is the thing, right? Maybe. Now when I simulate wheel movement, that way you can just use your normal wheel movement without caring. Then do here. Do a true remapping, yeah. I'm checking for right now is that can I make the whenever I set the steering beforehand, what I was doing is doing clamping stuff on it for if I'm drifting. The only problem with that is if there's other things I want to know the normal like -1 to 1 range of steering, and I've already clamped it from like 0 to 1 or -1 to 0, and I kind of mess up that whole shebang. So, get rid of this and this. Then I just need to make sure now that any of these things, current, steering, axis. That's a perfectly okay spot for it. That's okay too. That's okay too, because I am remapping those to what I want the drifting to be doing with those values anyway. Applying the input. That's fine. We're drifting in the air anyway. Oh. That's okay too. Oh right, yeah, I do not want. Yeah, okay. If my current steering axis is less than this, I do not have a direction. And then there's only this, which is subtract side velocity, blah blah. I think I noticed in Mario Kart is that if you turn your wheels in the direction against the drift, they still actually turn that whole way instead of being stuck straight. So that's what that was for. Build, build, build. So let's see if I want. I maybe know why there's the issue of the when you turn into the drift, it's like too hard of a turn. I think it's doing it's
Dang, these guys
I'm
are
doing so bad
tough.
today. It's been doing like a turning you, as well as trying to have you move this way while engineering this way, which naturally will make you kind of turn. And so what I did just now was I flipped off. This is the this is the air path. This is on ground path, and then I just a second ago like slightly changed this to be able to get control and go okay cool blah blah blah. But I think we don't need that. Because now drift at pushing me in that direction enough. Only neutral drift now. So I do need this, but I might be able to make it not as strong or something. Let's have it come back. Do you want to have... Okay, well. Let's close that extra unreal.
Dang, these guys are tough.
Nice AK audio wanting to recompile. Oh, it's doing that dumb bug again. Shit. Set steering. No. Apply steering inputs. Oh, I do want this, but this is only going to those values, which I want. Instead, put this. Bit less of a... On real. I do think we've definitely improved the drift though. It's a lot better. We have a circle. Aim. Here. I believe there's like a button on it that says snap to landscape, and there's a landscape beneath it, and so you might be able to press that button and it'll like conform to the landscape. Oh, I see.
Dang, these guys are tough. Strong enough right now anymore. Steering remap. Let's do. Yeah, it's on that. Um, these last. Dang, these guys are tough.
Oh no, you're stuck. Oopsie. Okay. Zero cards. Or I'm actually just gonna push this so that you can help give me some feedback on it. Cause I'm just like trying to figure out. Also, what value did you set the air torque to? 5. Yeah, and you should be able to push your map too. Yeah. One. King. That angle. It should be pushed already. So you probably will have to compile though. As I close and rerun it through Visual Studio. And I can get the map. Hell yeah. Hmm? Hey, there's the map. I have wireframe. Oh, it's collisions. Oh, fine. It's not like we're anti-slides, make that 0.1, and make options. That was a really sharp turn. Whee! Obviously no. too hard of a turning. Can you like double check this with me at if you have a chance? So within Mario Kart, whenever your cart, like the character, like, you know, is on one side or the other, it seems like whenever you like change how you're inputting the drift, it doesn't actually change their like how much they're rotated. It just changes how hard, like, you know, they're rotating, like physically, not just like their character. So I'm trying to make him it seems like no matter what, whenever like my character left drifts or right drifts, his cart always goes to that same angle. Yeah. Yeah, because like I'm trying to do like smaller and smaller hops, but like even if I do a neutral drift, I think it's just like always. I'm trying to see like should when you wiggle the thing left and right, should that, you know, um change the guy's orientation? Because it seems like all he does is he turns the wheels, but like still slowly turning more. Beyond like that initial hop. Um, I wonder if it's like once it gets a direction from you from the jump, it just like sets the character's like like the mesh rotation a little bit, and then like you pressing left or right doesn't change it. Like right now, my left or right is changing both the vehicle orientation and it's also applying that rotating because like the steering input. And so I wonder if, because yeah, it's right now. Wait, this is the animations. Okay. Just to double check, only neutral drift, aka the straight drift, if you're pressing right, right? Like the opposite direction. So if you press the opposite direction, that's what makes you do like the straight moving drift, right? Yeah. So I need to make sure. I think my okay, it's mhm. But it's like once you do input one. Now my steering is 1, okay. And if I want to have this again, I want to go... Do this setting here. Yeah, that's some neat turbo things, and I realized the reason why is because I called the wrong function to ask if I was on the ground or not. Build them up. Really help with like trying to figure out what's like actually happening. Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's so close to getting a, here. Current steering axis is no longer appropriate for it. Yeah, it's yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking is that I think the chassis, like, you know how I told you I could have an animation that like makes it tilted now one way or the other? I think in the Omega so that doesn't actually respond to like it just goes, oh, you're drifting left, go 15 degrees left. Oh, you're drifting right, go 15 degrees right. Instead of going, okay, you're drifting left, and you're halfway pushing it. So let me put you at 7.5 degrees. Because I think that is low. I haven't changed that there yet, but I got the wheels. No. I can. Oh, there's more peeps. Hello, Maggie and Jasper. I hope. Really? Oh,
Okay.
that'll sound awkward.
How about now? Can y'all hear me now? Oh man, I've been just chatting the entire. Thanks, Maggie. Goodness.
That's all.
I've been just moving my mouth with 0 output.
My
Dang it.
hearing inputs. Oh.
Okay, cool.
Back where I do this. I use that.
Thanks, Maggie. Yeah, I think what happens is I have my desktop audio on, so I assume that that's picking me up too, but I guess I'm wrong. It's good because I'm doing it through Discord, so I just assumed that might be happening, but I think this happened last stream. I need to make sure I look at my my streamer mic on OBS before. Yeah. Well, check this out, Maggie. So, if you haven't seen this yet, you have your cart directions are your red arrow, and your current, like, the direction that your vehicle's actually going due to your drift is like the dark purple arrow. So you can kind of see a visual of like the actual like intention versus the direction of your cart, which is really fun. It's a really great way to like have a visual debugger. Whoop! I fell off the map. So yeah, we're just testing with this this like hero cart at the moment, but
You can just type set character Malfoy if you just want to like while playing change.
yeah, let's see here.
Character Malfoy then space 0.
It should work on all the characters, right? Like Bucky and stuff. All right, let's see. All right, where is that again?
Just
Search.
hit tilde.
Oh, tilde. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, while I'm playing, that's right. Okay. Let's see. Tilde. Then what was it?
Just say set character.
Like do like Bucky.
Space. Yeah.
Space.
Bucky. Space 0.
Base 0.
Space 0.
Oh, space 0. Yeah.
So you're
I'm
simply
back,
saying player
fellas.
0. There you go.
I'm back, fellers. Okay, if it has the arrows, I don't see them, but that's
Oh,
cool
they're
that
probably
you
too
can see
small.
the drift.
It's too chunky.
Yeah. Although his drift VFX are there, so that's cool.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're a little bit buggy, but they're sort of glowing. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, there's the arrow. You can kind of see it pulling from the chest for a second there. There it is. Cool. I'm back, fellers. So Maggie, we're trying to figure out if we want to keep our current tank controls. I think we just need more testers to kind of figure this out. Because
Well, it doesn't have them on right now. But yeah. Sorry, go on.
yeah. Well, I'm able to use them currently.
Oh, is this checkbox on there?
I'm currently using them.
Okay.
So yeah, tank controls being like the left joystick is your movement, and then your right joystick is your direction, like where you're like your view direction. And the reason why we thought about having that was because of like this game plays kind of like a tank Gart game, I guess, you know, where you're able to shoot like this in the direction that you're looking. So trying to figure out like if that's the best way to do it. Like right now it feels pretty intuitive. but it feels a bit strange for a cart game. The good thing about it is that it allows all like your full thumb range and also your top range here. Because if you're like holding a gas button, for instance, like Mario Kart, then you're not able to like aim, right? Because your right thumb is on the gas button the entire time, rather than being able to have on the right joystick where I'm able to like look around. So I feel like
Take a trip down yonder.
intuitively it feels like the tank way is the right way to do it, but I don't know.
Yeah, but the area where this really comes as an issue is if on your controller, so if on your controller you have this and you are trying to just turn right or left, right, where it's only pressing sideways, that means you're not pushing up at all. And so should the game go, oh, they're not pressing the throttle at all, and so that means you're only doing a turn input, but that means you're not using any engine. So then it's like, okay, people to turn left need to press diagonally, which may feel weird.
Yeah.
And so the idea of the tank controls is to go, okay, if they are pressing, let's say, left, and they don't have that much, it's like a much less input of up or down, then we can just go, okay, let's use their sideways input for how much their engine should be. Or based upon where they're going. If they're moving back, if they're going backwards and then they press left or right, or on the joystick, then we can go, okay, they're reaching that way.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, testers needed for sure. That's that. This is just such a different way to do a card game, so we're trying to see how intuitive it is for other people to try it, and like, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to test soon, to get like a multiple people on the same track and shooting each other and trying to race, and just kind of feel the movement system currently. There was something that Michael was suggesting that we do, which I'm not completely opposed to it, but I feel like it'd be a bit odd. It's kind of do like a Super Smash Bros. Version of it, where instead of like aiming, typical aiming, you actually like quick thumb to the direction that you're trying to attack at.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like quick thumb forward, and then you'll shoot forward, or you'll shoot the side by like quick thumbing to the right or left. And that was his idea of how it could run.
That kind of reminds me. Do you remember? I don't remember how much you got to play of that when it was in beta. The Disney Speed Racers.
Yes. Yep. Speed Racers. Yep.
So the way that they had backcast work was just like if you flick down and press the button, it fired behind you.
You click down, press the button.
Yeah. So like if you have your controller here, and this is like the left joystick, because remember, since you're pressing gas on one of these things.
Right.
I actually think they had gas on here.
Oh, did they?
Because since they have no camera, you can use the face buttons, and if flicking is how you, so then with like if there's anything that's held, because they have like held abilities, if you're holding it and then you flick down as you release, and I think they have like a buffer that they like check for. That way, like if you're like a split second desynced with how you're letting go of buttons, it doesn't mess it up. It doesn't mess stuff.
That's good.
More water, mess stuff up. So I think that could be a potential, because then it's like, okay, flick to the left attack, flick to the right attack, flick to the back attack. That could work. I guess it's like, how much do you think? I guess it's like, how big do you think the track area is going to be? Because like, if we're really far from each other, and we're not going to be potentially side by side all that often, that might work compared to like on this track, right? Having free aim is like useful, but at the same time, it may just be like, you can just aim with your car and just like fire forward,
Yeah, no doubt. That's a typical way of doing it for sure. And yeah, I mean, who knows if anyone actually will use it often. I just feel like it'd be a cool ability to be able to have free aim.
Yeah, we can make it a toggle. That, if anything, that could be the good middle ground. It's just like, be like, hey, if you want this, if you want special aiming, you're gonna have to potentially sacrifice something else. Like, okay, you're doing aiming right now, so you can't be drifting, let's say, or yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's ugh. Controllers are hard because there's so few buttons that you can like have.
Yeah.
Do different things.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I mean, it would work if we had, you know, if we did like gas being one of the top buttons, but like I'm just concerned about it. Just like if doing another ability, it would be like clawing, like using two from both, which I don't know.
So, I mean, if gas is or like, you know, one of your face buttons, and if drift is left trigger, right trigger is your basic attack, and then your two abilities are on the bumpers. And then you have, I mean, yeah, that does the problem of if you need the right stick for aiming.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Michael's idea is bad. Where like if you like flick it, then you'll just do a right shot. Flick it to the left, you'll do a left shot, kind of thing. I think that he's right in the fact that that might feel intuitive for some people.
Yeah.
And like a back flick on the right will be just a back cast or something like that. Especially if you can only back cast your basic attacks, then that would work. So yeah. And that way there wouldn't necessarily be a free aim, it'd be more just like you can shoot left or right, but it's like you're always looking ahead. I don't know. I want to see. I definitely want to just have it tested and see what people like. You know, if roads are bigger than this, maybe on average, then there would be more range for you to shoot and attack and everything. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what people think about it. Maybe people just won't like the free range at all, and just like it won't be a thing that people enjoy. So it could be that like flicking it would be the way to go. Yeah, I definitely need to just have it tested.
Yeah. I can push you a update I just added, and to see how you think of it. So the car, it just stays at the angle depending on which angle you're drifting at. So it stays at either left or right.
Okay. Oh, this is a new push?
Right now I think it's accelerating that too much. I lower the. Yeah, I'll push it first just so that you can mess with the numbers too.
All right.
Not pushing the B hero card thingy, the blueprint.
Okay.
Just so that you can mess with it on your end. So yeah, you should just need to pull and reopen through Visual Studios. You don't need to close Visual Studio though.
Right. Is that real? I'm pulling now. All right. Sweet. Let's try again. Let's try the new build.
That actually feels pretty good. It's weird. Oops. I was like, oh look, like a little thing to go under. Nope. The wrong way. Okay. Tristan remap 1.25. Angle. That's.
Let's test it. All right, what was it to get Bucky on again? It was tilde select cart, was it? Or
Set character.
set character. Space Bucky
And 0.
space 0.
I'm back, fellas.
Hey, there he is.
And have to like go find the right file to change a variable in. Do you want to lock the camera, by the way?
Yeah, how do I do that?
So it's same thing of tilde.
Okay.
AV dot.
AV dot?
Yeah, uppercase AV period. So you see those options.
Yeah.
I'll just go to the lock camera to cart and then do space 1. Because you're essentially setting a boolean when we do that.
Interesting. Hey Taylor, welcome.
And I believe like your camera inputs are probably still going to impact it, and then there's still lag on the spring arm, so we may want to get rid of that. I'm going to disable my camera lag, at least.
Oh no. I may have a crash, let's see. It may just be on my end, I'm not sure. Come on, Unreal. I only had 3 streams going and, you know, multiple things happening at once. It's fine.
So what might have happened, I'm pretty sure I pushed the fixie thing, but I had like this thing right here. I was just upset because I forgot to put that right there. And so it was missing.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure I pushed, like what I just pushed to you had that.
Unreal's making me bring out the task manager.
The weapon is ready.
Sorry, Unreal.
Get mini turbos and see how fast they are growing.
Oh man, it is hard. Stuck.
It's a pretty nice rate of increase.
Oh, you have the boost now?
It's not boosting currently for some reason, but I'm gonna look into that. But at least now I know the mini turbos are increasing. If you see that number, 0, this is at the top left. As I'm drifting, you can see it increasing.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool. I know, like, yeah, Mario Kart's like the 3-tier system, so it's probably just like 1, 2, 3 or something for them. Ours is like a gradient, looks like, at the moment. Alright. There we go. I just needed to press stop on, that's weird. So yeah, so Task Manager can't override, I guess, Visual Studios. So Visual Studios is how I had to stop it. From the crash. That may have been just a CPU thing, though. Perhaps.
Yeah, hard enough.
Let's try that again. Okay, I will remember someday. Tilde set character. Yeah. Bucky 0.
I'm back, fellas.
Okay, and then it was tilde a, was it AI dot?
No, set character.
The other one, the
Oh, AV.
AV of AV dot, and then lock camera to cart. Oops. One. There we go. Yeah, that feels pretty natural. Here, I'm gonna full screen it. Oh man, my CPU is just not happy with this.
Yeah, what's weird is like you can tell that the code's working to like make the drifting happen.
Yeah.
Then when it like boosts, oh, try opening the Bucky blueprint. It might just be a case of the blueprint needs to be like recompiled to like refresh it.
Let's see. Opening up the blueprint for what now? For
Bucky.
For Bucky. I just wonder if it's my CPU just being overloaded with like everything that's happening, like streaming and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think Visual Studios hit a breaking point, Taylor. Other destruction.
Giving up on knife.
Yeah, we've been looking at a couple different games, Maggie. There's like CTR as well, but I just like the feel of Mario Kart the best. Thank you. Yeah, the drift so far is really looking solid. Computer go boom. Yeah, it went boom twice. Hopefully it'll stay happy with me this time. Let's see here. Character Bucky. So Bucky BP, is that what's, or I guess animation blueprints, or the blueprint class? Is that what you're suggesting? Just compile that?
Yeah.
That's good. So I do wonder. Let's see. Trackmania? I have not played Trackmania before. Trackmania. Oh man. Exception thrown. What is happening? Looks like it's doing good. It just keeps on crashing on me. Like the actual stuff is functioning pretty cool.
Okay. Why is my dude not steering?
What's Trackmania about, Taylor? It's like just a racing game. Trackmania. Okay, so it's not the setting character, it's the camera that's making it crash, I think. Because I set the camera to just the base pawn, or the base racer thing, and then that's what broke it.
So the camera on the characters. Okay.
Yeah. See, like, that might be the problem. Not a kart racer, but it is an arcade-ish racing simulation. Definitely worth checking out for another class of driving class. That's cool. You have to check that out for sure. Okay, I wonder if it's my CPU though, because my CPU is, before I even bring up Unreal, is already at 70%. My favorite Destruction Derby game was N64 PS title Vigilante 8. Second Offense. Very wacky. Vigilante 8. Were there 7 other Vigilante games, or was that just like a random number? Okay. Maybe this will work. Let's see. So it looks like my CPU is just getting overloaded. I'm looking at my task manager. As soon as I start playing, it's at 100%.
Just too tired. Just wants to sleep.
There's way too much happening right now.
I'm back, fellas.
Okay. Camera now is not tied to the anymore. There.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, okay. That might be what. Yep, that's what, I think I know what's making your computer crash.
Yeah?
Yes.
It says exception thrown at something.
Yep. It was this right here.
Access violation reading. Dang.
Oh, here. Subamenta. More CK. Crash fix. Commit. There you go.
Oh.
Hopefully no more crashes.
Well, let's give it a shot.
So, also, like, yeah, let me know how the drift is currently working, and I'm pretty sure it's at the point now where we need to probably focus now on changing the numbers, because I think the physics of it is what we're wanting. Now we just need to, like, fine-tune it.
Okay. Yeah, it's feeling really good. I think when we have the post boost drift, and kind of tweak a few more of the elements, I think it's starting to really feel like Mario Kart in that way. I really like the sliding functionality, and yeah, it's getting cool.
Hey bear. Hey hi.
Oh, it's a little Mao.
Super. You need to look up. Oh, he's cozy. He's holding the controller. There. You look. Come on, Booper. You need to look at the camera. Not just me. He's my almost console like little buddy while I work.
Doesn't
He
understand
misses
technology.
Megan so much, especially whenever because we got him during the pandemic at the near the start.
Oh yeah.
And so, like, a solid year or even like almost 2, it was like we were almost always home.
I'm back, fellas.
And so then once we had to like start going places again, he was looking like, no.
Spaceship.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll check out Second Offense. That sounds like a lot of fun. Be a monkey and a moon rover. That sounds great. Let's see if I can. AV dot. All right, let's see if it crashes on me this time. So far, so good. It's like my VFX, my drifting VFX is not showing up like it was before. Oh, there it is. Just took a second.
I think I made the thresholds too high.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I may have.
So, yeah, usually I think you can start drifting after about a second after you start trying to drift. Yeah, because I'm not seeing it now. Let's see.
I'll change. We can try changing them too.
Yeah, let's see.
I don't know if it's like feeling correct or not. My neutral drift still isn't. You guys, they're not helping.
Oh man, yeah, this is feeling good.
Good.
Heck yeah. And the camera feels pretty close. Actually, it feels almost like a little bit more immersive than Mario Kart's. Like, Mario Kart does kind of stay at a specific angle. Like I was like at a really like 15 degrees. Whereas this one is like the more I'm turning, it kind of like gives me a little bit more of that wide angle, which is cool. I actually like that.
Right now though, like the neutral drift is not turning still, but I'm trying to figure out why, because it's receiving a value of 1 for the turning, so... Alright, time to make a little cart guy that just is off on his own.
Okay, so it looks like now
Take a hike.
I'm not able to aim, right? Is that what?
Oh, it might be. Do you have the locked camera thing on?
Yes.
Oh, that's probably why.
Oh, okay. Okay, so with lock camera, I can't, or aim.
Yeah,
Okay.
I made that debug command pretty quick, so I didn't check that.
All good.
Throttle. Ring.
Okay, yeah, with Bucky's, like, you would never want to do a longer hold because you're going to blast yourself backwards and lose momentum. Well, if you're to shoot straight anyway. Although a simple shot wouldn't be a problem. Oh, it's funny. I'm able to shoot while I'm drifting, and then it stays the drift. That's fun. Like, not miss a beat with my drift. I like that. It's cool. Let's see. I have one request for the camera. When I'm reversing, you can't see the character at all like this. So I wonder if it's like, it's based off of like velocity is how far back the camera should pull from the character. So if like you're going fast backwards, then you're able to also kind of see further back as well. Maybe. It's not like you probably would go fast backwards for whatever reason, but it could be I don't know. Could be good. It's kind of just weird, like where your character's too tucked away like this. I don't imagine people would back up too long, but still.
Yeah, it's something that we can address.
Yeah. Cool.
Throttle input. 2. Not throttle steering.
That's cool. It's getting better and better, man. This is getting already significantly better than it was this morning. Just the feel. It's exciting.
Oh.
Dang, these guys are tough.
Oh no. Yeah.
They're doing too much or too little. Okay.
What's up?
I think I just realized. Okay. So I do, I think, have to put. I think to make all the cart behavior act correctly. I think I have to make it so that whenever I modify the steering input, I need to do it at the beginning part. So like I was doing that earlier, but now I'm not. It's like as we change other aspects of the code to like work with what we were wanting, it's like, oh, then maybe this other way I was doing this one part was correct. And this needs these things so that it sets the throttle axis so that it even bothers steering if they're not touching. So I think what was happening was that since I had the remapping of saying, because you know how like if you're a neutral drift, you're doing no input, right?
Right.
But that means that you actually want the game to go, oh, you're drifting, and so you do want input. But the check that was going if it's too small happened before the app. So it's an order of operations thing. So is he fighting? Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of loud.
By streaming satisfactory modding. Oh dear.
Yeah, let me know when you add the post boost. I really wanna give that a shot. But also if you want to grab some lunch and everything, you know, we can end the stream soon. I wanna make sure you good. I'm getting a tad hungry.
Look at my screen for a moment.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh. Slide too much. Okay. So I'm drifting, and I'm not touching anything, and I'm slightly turning. Oh, not turning anymore. Okay. I'm not drifting. Oop. That was not what I was expecting to have happen. Should be going. Okay, you're are going so slow. What is going on? I kind of wonder if these curve stuff, like the fact there's even any of the curve stuff, is actually causing more problems than it's helping. Yeah, what this drift steering remap of 0 to 2 does is it goes, okay, if you're neutral drifting, and it's the equivalent of you holding the holding just like like normal, like holding a direction like normal. And so it's like to say I'm not doing any steering is you have to press the complete opposite direction. That's why it's 0 to 2, which should have me turn.
Well, dang it.
I do need this to rotate then.
I can't believe that most of the stream I was not able to. No one could hear
Yeah.
me. Oh, that sucks.
Slightly turn. Nice steering. Here.
One thing we'll have to change with Revenera is that, like right now, like these little areas will bump her. So like it looks like she can fly over them, but like it's still like blocking
Oh.
her because of the cart physics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So-
when you make it
yeah.
bump her as hard because she can have a little bit more up and down.
Yeah, especially if she's like not gonna be affected by rough terrain and all that, then it'd be good to.
Yeah.
How's the kitty cat? I'm gonna test the air strafing with her. That'd be cool. Actually, it goes right there. Where was that? Cart movement. Air acceleration. I'll go back to 15 real quick just to see. Yeah, it's crazy to see when the air shaping is high, like it was. it's like even when you just like do a hop, you can completely change direction.
Yeah.
It messed me up a lot. I really like the new camera though. The new camera feels really good.
Hmm?
The new camera feels really good.
Good.
Yeah. Meow meow. This is funny. Woo! It like it rewrites itself so fast now. Man, this is the bane of my existence. This freaking loop. It collides a little bit and it gets stuck.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, cool.
Did I seriously?
What's up?
This is like, this is obviously in the wrong spot. I'm clamping the steering inside the throttle. That is not desired.
Oh, just the wrong area?
Yeah, 'cause I was like trying to go back and forth to like see which one was working.
Hmm.
And so I apply steering. Okay. And please build a live file. Oh. In second offense, you could be a monkey in Moon Rover, an alien spaceship, or a dump truck. One of these things is not like the other.
That's pretty fun.
Am I turning? No. We'll turn the wrong
Whoa.
way.
Like
Why?
sliding.
Yeah, why is
Yeah, snake drifting is a bit too freeing. The meta. Yeah, because if you can snake drift, then that basically means that in either direction you have like bonus handling, and so that would just break the game. People would just snake drift everywhere.
No, let's just go. So let's just first do if. I delete that thing. It was nice. Copy and paste. Ooh. Okay. Oh, if current drifting, no. Drifting direct. Right. So we normally go from -1 to 1, and I want to go to 0 to 2. Otherwise, I want to go range clamped, and you put the value in it.
I'm back, fellas.
One to 1, but we want this to be a value of 2 for control. A value of 0 for control. And
Man, I really like the air drift, air strafing. I put it back on 15.
value.
Huh?
Keep messing with the values and see how they feel. Especially for, I guess, like a very kayak racer where people might be getting yeeted a whole bunch.
Right.
It might just become part of the fun.
Yeah, it's like you could like almost like right yourself in midair while you got yeeted, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I'm just back at it if, yeah. I feel like I just have so much more control at any time when I have the air strafing on. And that feels really good. So I don't want to nerf fun. What do you think, Maggie? Should we see this air strafing ability? This thing is actually pretty nuts. Just changing like this one variable.
You have the ballistic trajectory on too for the predictive landing.
Yes. So it's, yeah, see how it's writing itself.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy to see that, like, oh, this is Unreal Engine, by the way. This is Unreal 5. So yeah, like this. I can almost like completely do a turnaround. This is a fun one. Going up this ramp and I can completely turn and land that per.
Doing as a separate number for the speed during drifting, so I a bit too much. La. Steering force is equal to my direction times my control times acceleration. followed by. Are you oh right, up vector.
So we normally wouldn't have that where you could rapid fire. Oh, there's a crash. I kind of forced the crash though. That was my fault.
Yeah, because you rocket yourself like way out of bounds, and so
Yeah.
the physics engine's like, what's happening?
I thought it was just like excessive particle effects or something happening, but I probably just.
Well, it's each time you shoot, right? It shoves you backwards, right?
Yeah. Right.
So if you're spamming it and you're no longer like having friction or running into a wall, and so there's no resistance.
This is like flying. It's kind of funny. I'm able to fly right now. So yeah, his buckshot kind of shoots him backwards. Kind of the idea. But normally there will be a cooldown on that, so that you can actually we'll be able to do that in game. Other people would have the meta of like driving backwards and shooting, and just launching yourself and getting like, yeah, reverse cam driving. That'd be funny. Inverted driving. Shotgun rocket.
That's a little bit better. Neutral drifting is actually doing something. And that's okay. How does this look, Daniel? Able to look at my screen.
Yeah, I'm checking.
So
Checking it out.
this is without any input, so it's a bit too strong right now. But at least it's doing something when you have no input. And then if I am going opposite, this is what happens. So it's going straight. I'm gonna go around this corner, but then do a yeah. Now if I lower,
What happened?
oh, it's upset. Just because I've been like hot reloading too much. Const, let's make you a const. Make animations. It's sliding. Lateral friction. What that does. You right? Okay. All right. I do think steering axis doesn't exist. Bro. On versus going I say it's like half as strong when drifting. I do it in a drift. That's pretty good. That's neutral drift.
That's neutral?
This is neutral drift.
Okay.
This is the against drift, so you're going straight. Then a full turn is this fast. Not, yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think we finally got like all three elements of it. Oh, look at him go!
Who's that?
Oh, that guy just has his throttle set to 1. So where he goes, nobody knows.
Straight ahead.
Just simply
He got in the racetrack. Hey, there we go. He tried.
Oh no. Yeah. I think that's some good. And we got a lot closer, I think, to like what we want.
Totally. Yeah, I would love to test this. Like, if you can add the boost soon-ish, and then we just test it side by side by just doing some multiplayer testing, then that'd be cool, just to drive around without fighting.
Yeah.
You know.
Let me,
So I think it was Maggie that's part of that feedback group that would be able to help me test Chaos Cart and stuff.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let me. Yeah, let's lower these numbers. Yeah. Okay. So let's play as boy. Let's see if his stuff turns on. To boost.
Oh, the boost.
Ask if he's. No, he's building up the turbos, but he's just not. Okay, yeah. So I'll figure that out. Get that last little bit in.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have those. Yeah, there they are. Where?
Yeah, I wonder if like it's not playing the animation. That's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the spark animation really helps visually kind of see what's happening. Looks like they're just not. Looks like a lot of things are just playing once and not able to play again during one play session. Like you can't fight again, or it can't do the same animation twice. And this, I think it's happening with the sparks too, where I'm able to drift like once and see the drifts, the sparks, and then not again.
So I am drifting on the ground, doing this. When I was drifting. There's just like these, because if you see here, I have essentially on the left hand side is the actual like character class, and the right hand side is the movement component. Since movement component needs to work through the physics thread, I was having a thing basically patching to move them on, but I think maybe that is what the problem was, is that it didn't set those. Then B was boosting. So it's not boosting and is boosting.
And is boost still relative to the tier of drift?
Yeah.
Okay.
I applied boost request as that name. Let me put this here in So. Yeah, the unintentional destruction. That's so much the truth though. It's like, all right, I tested this. I'm pretty sure it works. And then you have a few other people play it, and then just like nothing works, and you're like, well.
Guess we'll
Fingers
see.
crossed. Please work. And that cool. Oh, it gets to a boost. Okay.
Was it the boost animation that wasn't playing something?
Oh my god, no, I put the wrong comparison. If it does not equal none, instead of it equals none, abort. Those are the worst. Put the wrong equal sign. I really wonder what it's doing when it just sits here. Okay. Probably gonna be the last thing we test for the day.
Yeah. We gotta get some grub.
Yeah. Thanks to all of y'all who are watching or have watched.
Yeah.
Good to have you all around. Sorry if we're not the most engaged with talking. It's yeah. Still learning the whole process. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to make the game feel good and get this out to testers. So.
That feels smooth.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Was boosting is true. And now I'm running into a wall.
You are.
I don't think the boost is ever stopping.
Oh, is it continuous boost so you can't get away from the wall?
Yep.
It is boosted.
On that note, everyone.
Well, that's just part of the development.
It's just a metaphor for ramming your head against the wall in real life to solve these problems. The game is just taking this as an opportunity to make a metaphor for game development. I think if I watch.
What's that? What's that Vi line from League? If you hit a wall, hit it hard.
I can drive. Yeah, hit him hard. Well,
Whoa.
but yeah, let me switch to Mallet Boy.
Is boosting continuously. Oh, nice. There it is. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're just going to be a constant flame. That's kind of badass, though.
You never stop boosting. You always have max boost. It never ends. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll get around to this though. So yeah, we just need to do the mini turbo pro drift. The feel is feeling really good. The sliding's feeling really good for the neutral to drift. The camera's feeling pretty solid now. Now it's gonna be.
It looks like with a lock camera.
Well, yeah. So now I just need to make sure I can be able to aim. Yeah, with lock camera. So yeah, aiming with lock camera.
Turbos.
Yeah, mini. Oh, Okay, so the animation's showing well, but it's just constant boosting, but the animation's just...
Yeah, so it never
Fine.
stopped. So it counts up the mini turbos. It does a boost based on the amount, but for whatever reason, the logic that actually like tells it to stop just isn't.
Okay.
Honestly, that could potentially even be something I did. If I forget to like add the function call.
Well,
Also,
it's not
that's
something
just a
I did
boost.
since I don't know how to code. You're like, it's something...
No, literally, I'm pretty sure. No.
I didn't do it.
Where's my timer manager? Stop me turbo boost. Oh yeah, that would do it. I never tell.
Alright, I'm gonna make a sticky note real fast of kind of what we need to do next.
I should probably fix it and have this line.
Alright, so we do the post drift fix. Mini turbo post drift fix. We need to have okay, be able to look around, or I guess aim, to aim while on fixed camera, to test tank controls.
The fixed camera is only just for us knowing how like the what's it called? Look, like the drifting.
Yeah.
Like that orientation stuff. So.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So let's go to Malloy.
I like what we had before, where like it's a fixed camera, but like when you do look around, it kind of goes back to that fixed feel. I really enjoyed that way you had before. Kind of like goes back to that set camera. What's that?
That snaps back, yeah.
Yeah, like within like a second or two, it'll be back to its neutral position. Oh, that felt really good. Camera after goes back to position. Not continuous. Yeah, I think when we get the post drift boost going, and yeah, I mean really from there we could just test it from there, just like me and you have a build.
Yeah, and even if we don't have like it working stably over multiplayer, we can still have a build just for people to drive.
Yeah. Like this is...
Yeah, also let's see if this makes a boost end.
This is a driving build, not a fighting build. Cool. That was fun.
And off. Yay!
Oh, sweet. Okay, so that was a kind of a long boost, but it was... I'm glad it stopped.
When the particles don't replay.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that's definitely too long of a boost. I think the numbers like 1, 2, and 3 for the tiers.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like the VFX are working though. Like on the drift.
I think it's that they aren't resetting, because you can see the boost one does.
Yeah, okay. So you need to make sure that the sparks on wheels.
Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to tell this to these to reactivate.
Okay. Because I was helping with the fighting abilities too, but I know we're focused on driving right now.
If I do that, then it should consistently appear.
Nice.
And then
How long did it take to get to the first tier? That first Yeah, there we go. Wait, was there a third tier? There's like
Yeah.
the.
So there's like I had the It's just like there's nothing. Oh wow, yeah, I went through them very fast. Yeah. Okay. Only fine tune those, but at
Yeah.
least they're appearing.
I think first tier should be after a second, and then third tier maybe you have to persist for like 2 seconds to get the third tier, or second tier, and then third tier, 2 seconds between each one. But then first tier just happens after 1 second of drifting. That could be good. Nice. Oh, and then yeah, reduce boost. Reduce boosting VFX length. All right, cool. All right, yeah, cool. I have some notes for next time. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a pretty fun one, and we got a lot done today.
Say bye, Bear. Bye.
Bye bye.